Today we are beginning Chapter 9. We are on Lesson 9.1. We're going to learn about measuring with a centimeter model. In our last chapter we measured in inches and feet. In this chapter we will be measuring with centimeters. The essential question is, how do you use a centimeter model to measure the lengths of objects? The directions say, use a centimeter cube to measure the length. Well, instead of giving you just one or a group of those, I'm going to give you a stick of them. And when they're all together like that, we know there are 10. It's kind of hard on the recording to see that there are lines, but when you have it at home, you'll see that there are lines on these so that you can count how many cubes it takes to do this. So again, when we measure, we put it underneath the picture of what we are measuring. Make sure you get it right on the end, right at the beginning, and then we'll count how many we've used. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 unit cubes. Let's come down to the green yarn. We'll do the same thing. Get it right underneath it. And we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 unit cubes. And under the blue one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 unit cubes. So for Math Talk it says describe how to use unit cubes to measure an object's length. Well, we just measured the same way we did when we were learning about inches. We put it underneath, and on this, because there are no numbers or anything yet for us to use, we just counted how many cubes we used to do that length. Let's turn our paper over, and we are on page 434. We're going to look at the top where it says model and draw. A unit cube is about 1 centimeter long. So it's about the same as 1 centimeter. About how many centimeters long is this string? So they use that unit cube. You put it in there, and they drew lines all the way across, and then they counted how many, and it took 11 unit cubes, or 11 centimeters long. It says you can make a mark for each centimeter to keep track and to count. So you could do it that way. We're going to take a way that's a little bit easier. We're going to use our stick of centimeter cubes, which is 10. Sometimes that will be enough for us to measure with. Sometimes we'll need some of these small ones to add to the end. So if we measure this straw in centimeters, I need to be sure I get this right on the end. And this straw is longer than my 10 stick, my 10 centimeters, so I'm going to put another one there. That makes 11. And another one. That makes 12. They kind of jump around, don't they? And this last one would make 13. So it's about 13 centimeters. We're going to measure this colored pencil right underneath it. And this time my 10 stick is long enough. So if I count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's about 8 centimeters. And then this ribbon, right underneath it, oh, it's exactly the length of my stick. I don't even have to count, because how many are in our stick? There are 10. So it's about 10 centimeters. Let's go to your next page. On page 435, you're going to do exactly what we just did. Start with this, and if you need more, you can use the ones to make more. Okay, and count up what you have and put in the answer for each one of these. Let's go to the back. We have a hot word problem here. We're going to do this one together. Mrs. Duncan measured the lengths of a crayon and a pencil. The pencil is twice as long as the crayon. The sum of their lengths is 24 centimeters. What are their lengths? So they've given us two clues here. We have a crayon and a pencil, and the pencil is going to be twice as long. That means it's going to be double. Whatever the crayon is, the pencil is going to be double. And then if we add these two numbers together, that sum is going to be 24 centimeters. So let's just say, let's start with 4 centimeters. That means that the double of that would be 8. And if we add those together, will that be 24? No, 8 and 4 would be 12. So it's not enough. So we need to be able to get to 24. So we need a bigger number than 4. Let's try 6. So I'm going to erase those. If we do 6, what's the double of 6? 6 plus 6 is 12. So what is 12 and 6 more? 12 and 6 more is 18. We're getting closer. We have to get to 24, so that's not right. How about if we try 7? It's the double of 7. 7 and 7 is 14. What is 7 plus 14? I want to see if we get to 24. 7 plus 4 is 11. And 1 and 1 is 2. Oh, we're very close. We're at 21. So what do you think? It has to be more than this. It can't be 7. What could we try? Let's try 8. What's the double of 8? 8 plus 8 is 16. So let's do 8 and 16. 8 plus 6 is 14. 1 up, and 1 and 1 is 2. And we got the 24 centimeters. Now, when you are labeling centimeters, that's a big, long word. We can do it smaller. We can just write C, M, C, M. That means centimeter. Okay. And on the bottom it says Marita used unit cubes to measure the length of a straw. So they've got one of these right here on the paper for you. And look at the straw, look at the unit cubes underneath. What is the best choice for the length of the straw? Fill in the dot next to the correct answer. And when you have completed all of that, then your assignment is done.